Well, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm on the back roads near Ormond, near Port Orange, near Daytona area. Okay, fella, get on your side of the road. There you go. Thank you. Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm going to pick up the finances to pay these nice gentlemen that have just recently installed my septic system. And after that, the next stage is finishing up the drawings, the plans, getting the architect to sign off. Of course, he'll probably make corrections, and then they'll have to be corrected, and then the final blueprints and everything else that the county of Putnam here in Florida requires. I need to get together. Thank God I have help from a professional that's might as well say he's a family member. He's actually a friend of my dad's. That my dad was friends with him a long time ago. And as most of you know, but for those that don't know, my dad passed away. My dad died of cancer at 69. God rest his soul. And but anyway, he's a contractor. He's been building houses in Florida for over 40 years, I think now. He's a master electrician, and but he is he's getting old. But I told him, I said I need the family discount, and his response to me was, well, I can do that. And I said, no, I need the, hey, you were friends with my dad discount. And he said, well, I can do that too. He said, Bob, but I can't control how much the architect is going to charge. And I said, that's okay. That's okay. I understand that. So, and he's a brother in Christ. On top of it, him and I, some time back, I used to help him build houses and remodel houses. There was a time when I was helping him before I was doing my own thing and working other jobs. And the in-between, he would help me out. And he's a good guy. And we had a long talk about Jesus Christ and shared our faith with one another. And he's such a blessing to me. But anyway, that's going to be the next stage. And that's actually, for me, because I'm a carpenter, the easiest part. I will have that house framed and dried in less than 2 weeks. 3 at tops, because I'm basically doing it by myself, God willing. So anyway, I just wanted to say hello and bring you along for the little ride. Coming into Port Orange, there's the sign. And it looks like they're working on the road here. They do a nice job over here in Port Orange of keeping this city nice and tidy. But there's just, it's not quite Orlando as far as overcrowdedness, but it's close. And just the short month now that I've been living on the property in Pomona Park, I tell you what, and you're coming up into some of it right up here. I can't stand it. I can't tell you how many times that I've had people almost hit me head on, not paying attention, being on their phone, being distracted, whatever, and have to swerve and miss them. And just the other day, and right now I'm looking for a Wendy's, or not a Wendy's, a Winn-Dixie. There's a Wendy's. But Winn-Dixie's got a sale on what I need right now, so I need to find a Winn-Dixie. So I thought I'd drag you along with me in video form. When I do it live, it phases in and out. You know, as the cell phone, there's a Publix. That ain't gonna do it. Publix here in Florida is a employee-owned and run company. They're a great grocery store, but they're a little bit on the pricey side. They cater to, well, looky there, Williamson Boulevard. South Williamson Boulevard. Wonder where that name came from. That's kind of like my last name, isn't it? Good Lord have mercy. Where is there a Wendy's? I guess I could try to use Google, but that always drives me completely insane when I do that. So we will just mosey on down the road. Spruce Tree Laundry, pickup and delivery. Guy right in front of me on his car. 386-767-7766. There you go. If you need wash, dry, fold services, commercial and residential, there's the number to call. Spruce Creek Laundry. There's a commercial for you. There you go. God bless you. Hope 1 million people see this video. Anyway, yeah, so the inspector never, for the state of Florida, was busy apparently. And they don't mess around with septic systems. They come out with their own laser measuring device, and that stuff has to be perfect. They like the aquifer here in Florida, and I like that they like the aquifer because that's where I'm going to be getting my drinking water from. Jacksonville, nope, not getting on 95. Ain't no Winn-Dixie on 95. Something tells me I need to be in the right-hand lane, but I'm going to do the right thing and stay in the left-hand lane. I can always turn around. Come on, Winn-Dixie. Where you at? My dad, he used to call it the Dixie Wind. There's a Target. He's actually where I got my sense of humor from. My mom was funny, from what I remember, but not as funny as my dad. My dad was, he liked shock humor. He liked making himself chuckle. And after all, it should be that way. I'm gonna get over into the middle lane. That way I can cause a big accident, God forbid, by abruptly trying to turn and make it. Oh man, there's a nice Ford truck behind me. Looks like about a 70. Oh, buddy, I want that. I used to have one of those. I had I think it was a 72. And I was driving it from Florida, moving back to Illinois for a job, dragging the whole caboose with me. In other words, my ex-wife, my 2 young kids, had my motorcycle hooked up, towing it. Had one of those piggyback towing things. You guys ever see one of them? All right, stay in your lane. There's that truck. Let me yeah. What? I got to give him the shake. Sorry. There it is, the red truck. Can you see it? Maybe you don't. There it is. Nice. I feel like following him and saying, hey man, you don't mind if I steal this, do you? Kidding. Winn-Dixie. There's got to be a Winn. I think it's got to be up here somewhere. There's too much traffic. Too many people distracted, like me, filming and talking to a phone while they're driving. What am I doing? This should be against the law. The funny thing about it, it's all, recorded data on your phone. They can look up your data, subpoena your data from your phone company, and they can tell if you were texting or filming a YouTube video. They can tell and go, yep, see, he was distracted. This raw 5069 fella, this Robert Allen Williamson guy that thinks so highly of himself and for some reason can't stay humble. Yep, he was distracted. It's his fault. And then the judge would go, yep, okay, guilty. All right, come on, Winn-Dixie. Good grief, we're going to end up at the ocean. There's Arby's. All right, easy. That big truck, I wish he'd stay away from me. Get out of the way, Sam Sula. What a name, Sam Sula. What's your name? My name's Sam Sula. I went full country there for a minute. But yeah, one of my dad's best friends, who was a young man at the time, my dad kind of put him under his wing, got him hooked up. I don't know the whole story, but I'm assuming he got him hooked up with a contractor that my dad was a sheet metal guy. He owned a sheet metal business in Mississippi and also here in Florida. But my dad had problems. My dad had PTSD from World War II. And I think I've told so many people about it. I remember as a young boy, maybe in the 3rd grade, waking up and hearing my dad screaming at the top of his lungs. And he had a bellowing scream. I mean, you could hear it for miles. That looks like a place where it'd be a Winn-Dixie. That ain't a Winn-Dixie. Oh, God, where am I? All right, this is Dunlawton. Come on, Winn-Dixie, where are you at? Harbor Freight. There's got to be one somewhere. There's got to be a Winn-Dixie around here. Publix again. Come on, Publix. Maybe there's not a Winn-Dixie in Port Orange. That just don't seem right. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, my dad got him hooked up with a contractor, and he was a young electrician. First time I met Vaughn, see, I was the baby of the family. My dad had 5 kids. The oldest was my sister, and then he had 4 boys. Boom, 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 boom. And I was a mistake. I think I was a Christmas event, because I was born in September, so 9 months, either New Year's or Christmas or somewhere between. Me and my dad and my mom were, whooping it up somewhere. And that's TMI, isn't it? All right, I'm about to give up going this direction. I can't drive around. I hate going to Walmart Market. That's it. The second I turn left and get off of this, there'd be a Winn-Dixie up straight ahead. You know what? I'm going to check it out. I got time. Okay, so we're going to go now to US 1, and which is the state road that runs along the east coast of Florida. And you know what? That's the old part, because the closer to the intercoastal areas over here. Nice boat. I want one of those boats. God, can I have one of those boats? I've been a good boy. I really have. I just want a small one though. I don't want to spend a lot of gas money on it. I like a 9 horsepower kind of flat bottom river style. I want to go the back 40 of the St. John's tributaries and explore and film for you guys the real Florida. This is not the real Florida. This is the fake Florida. I bet you didn't know that. There's a fake Florida, and then there's a real Florida. The real Florida goes all the way back to the Civil War, believe it or not. If you keep going straight, you end up on A1A. I don't want to be a beachside. That's just total madness. Oh, good Lord, have mercy. Well, there goes somebody in a wheelchair having a good old time. I guess I'm going to put you over here. So let's see if we can do this. I don't know if I can do it or not. Sorry about the... I don't edit anything. I guess you've noticed that. And just, whatever. If you don't like it tough, don't watch. Don't care. Well, I care. I'd love to have, 10,000 subscribers. I could turn on the free money. And I put a little Velcro on the back of my phone, and then I've got Velcro on my, I'm telling you my trade secrets. I got it all over the place, really. And, yeah, so it's kind of, you got to get it just right. There we go. And now you're looking out my left-hand side. Congratulations, now you know the secret of Raw 5069's traveling videos of how I get these weird... And then I have a feature on this phone that I'm still figuring out. It's fancier than I am, and I can do this. Bloop. And it zooms in. And I can zoom in farther than that. It's just the quality of the image becomes a little bit distorted. That's kind of pointed up at the top of the world. Let me put you down a little bit. And I got to get it just right. And then I got this little roll. I'm at the light doing this, don't worry. And I got this roll of black duct tape. And I use the cord as a stabling device. Uh-oh, I got to go. Uh-oh, you're going to rock and roll for a while. Sorry. Yep, just look at the sky. Maybe you'll see a UFO. Oh, good, another red light. Nope, it turned green. Oh, good God almighty. Bob's Bike Shop. That's on the other side of the road. You can't see it. Okay, there we go. Gotcha. Ha-ha. Ha-ha, that's how you do it. See, and then that stabilizes it. And I put it on the charging cord, the little piece of duct tape, and it stabilizes it. And then the Velcro holds it in the position I want, and then I can just drive and pay attention to what the heck I'm doing. And that's how I do that. So right now you're zoomed in like ×2, and I think I can go up to 10. Something like that. My son was supposed to be Googling a Winn-Dixie for me. And I was talking to him on the first portion of my drive from Pomona. The other thing about over here by the beach, you've got a lot of people like me that are older. And you got to watch out for us crazy old people. We do stupid stuff. And we've lived our life. We're dangerous. We just don't really care. We're not scared of dying. Old people, I guess some old people might be scared of dying. I'm not scared of dying. I've had a good life. I mean, not that I want to die. Why would you pull right out in front of me? What is wrong with you? What was I saying? So I was talking about my mortality. Yeah, see? And you have these senior moments where life becomes fun. I have fun with it. I wouldn't say I'm super forgetful, but I've noticed that the abuse of there's another Publix. I'm not going to Publix. I ain't giving up till I find a Winn-Dixie. At the very least, it's going to be a Walmart Market. But Winn-Dixie's cheaper than Walmart Market. You know, really? Oh, God. What road is this? Bridge? No. I can't believe. What is wrong with Winn-Dixie? Have they just like totally left the Daytona area? What is wrong with these people? I wish I could play music in the background. I guess I could record on a little cheap cassette player. That was an idea. One of those little you talk into and record some of my instrumental music like Dream or Old Strings. There's a story right there. Old Strings, that's one of the instrumental. It has a picture of Old Strings that I bent and shaped into my initials. I tried to anyway. Is that a Winn-Dixie? Dollar General. What is that? Nope. Big Tree Road. I got to turn. Okay, Winn-Dixie. I guess you have left the area. Well, that really sucks. Excuse my French. That's why I don't put my videos pretty much, let kids be doing it. There's a law enforcement officer. Hello, officer. He was on his phone. Did you see that? That guy behind him was a cop too. An unmarked cop. At least he wasn't on his phone. That cop was driving, turning the corner, looking directly into his phone. Good God Almighty. This techno age that we live in. Oh, there's the Salty Dog 3 car wash. I've been in there. That's a cool little car wash. Club Fitness. I don't need any of that. I got enough fitness to last me a lifetime doing what I'm doing right now. Man, I've been clearing that land for 3 weeks. And I am tired. And all the fire videos that you see, that's all the limbs and trimmings and pick it up off the ground. That land was perfectly shaped. In other words, there was not any. Oh wow, they lost their whole roof during the hurricane. Perfectly shaped for the most part. I had to take down so far, I think 4 trees. Small trees, but the rest of the big ones were perfectly shaped for what I had in mind. I'm literally building a private RV cabin resort for friends and family and people in need that need a place to stay for a while, to get back on their feet. That's the plan anyway. I'm not looking for brownie points from anybody. I'm not asking for anybody's money. God's given me so much money. He's opened up the windows of heaven and blessed me in ways that are incredible. I'm not begging. I'm not e-begging. Don't you think for a minute. You're never going to see me e-beg on this channel. I will, when I go live in the future, God willing, turn on that money button. But that's only for people that have too much money and don't know what to do with it. And some of them may be Christians. And I'd prefer that if you're not a Christian, you not give me money, because you're going to need your money. Things are going to get really bad here in America, in my opinion. And you're going to need every dime. And my advice to everyone is get out of the big populated areas, if possible. If it's not possible, then stock up on canned, listen to me, canned food. Okay? Not a carton, not an MRE, no. canned, 10 cans. Canned fruits, canned vegetables, canned meat, because you don't, in my opinion, have enough time now to can it yourself. Okay? And you may not even have the knowledge. That's pretty much a lost art in populated America today. My grandmother knew how to do it. I know how to do it. I could figure it out with the water bath and all that. What I'm saying is there's coming a time. Jesus talked about it. It's in Matthew 24. It's going to be so bad, so horrible. It's never been a more horrible time ever in the whole history of the earth, of mankind. That's coming right before things pop off. Let's just put it that way. And every sign, not just one or two, every sign that is for us, the believers, is now screaming from the top of its lungs to us. And you go and read the 3 probably most important last days chapters. You ready? Mark 13, Luke 21, and Matthew 24. 1st and 2nd Timothy. All of the letters of Peter. It's coming. I've been studying the Bible, I'm going to brag a little bit, for 43 years. What's coming is in the minor prophets. Some of it is in the major prophets, Isaiah, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, etc., etc. But the overlooked minor prophets speaks of the last days. If you're not well studied, you probably won't understand what it's talking about. If you go to the book of Revelation, you're not well studied, you definitely won't know what it's talking about. But what's right around the corner in the book of Revelation and other places in the scriptures, Daniel, is chapter 13. Now there is some disagreement in Christendom. I love these labels they come up with. Wonder who comes up with these things. Let's call all of Christianity Christendom. Wonder who just came up with that one. There is some argument against, with the brethren about when and how this all goes down. I don't care how it goes down. What I care about is the part that we all should be looking at. How close are we to it coming down? How close are we to Matthew 25? Those of you that are studied in the scriptures, you should know what I mean. Trim your wicks. Get enough oil. Be ready. The bridegroom cometh. I'm going to shout it. Here he comes. Get ready. If you're not ready, if he comes while you're asleep, and you wake up light your lamp and it goes out because you didn't take the time to pay attention to everything he said. Jesus wasn't kidding. You need to hear him. God wasn't kidding. This is my son. Hear ye him. Every word he spoke in all of the Gospels is prophetic. Every last word, every last parable. Have you ever wondered why he spoke in parables? There again. There is a lot of disagreement within the brethren in all of Christendom. There's that word again. On what they mean. Well, there's a reason for that. It's in the Old Testament. Uh-oh. You know, the longest time when I was born again, after I was born again, I hung out in the New Testament. And oh my God, did my eyes get opened when I started studying the Old Testament, which is there for our learning. Hear this. Jesus said, you ready? He was talking to the religious people. They said, they believed, in Moses and Abraham. And Jesus, basically, I'm going to put it in my own words because I like being colorful and entertaining. He said, well, if you believe them, you should believe me because they spoke and wrote of me. Uh-oh. Deuteronomy is full of treasures. Exodus, full of treasures. Leviticus is packed, and I mean packed, with understanding. If you want to understand the blood that needed to be in the atonement, you need to study. Get with some old guys that have sharpened their sword a long time through the power of the Holy Spirit. Find an old man that understands the book of Job. Uh-oh. There's another one. And understands the 28th chapter of the book of Job. Hint, hint, for those that are listening. If you want wisdom, there it is. In all of its glory. Go get yourself some 28:28 Job. Have a nice day.